So we pan down on a Vistani encampment and we see the green flames telling a story and an old crooked Vistani man sitting in front of a group of travellers telling his story. So
It's going to make more of a difference.
what's happened next to our very little band of heroes? Well, as you remember last, they'd made their way into Durst Manor, or the Death House, as we call it. Down into the dungeons, and they managed to lay Rose and Thorn to rest. And then the chanting grew louder. And as they journeyed on, they eventually found the leader of this cannibalistic cult, Elizabeth, the woman of the house. And after a bloody duel, they laid her to rest too. But before long, the baby, Volta, made an appearance. A sacrifice was needed. And so, morals were called into question, and a baby was sacrificed.
Smart move.
Some fell by the way, but were revived. And now, as they exit the house, Hylia lies unconscious on the floor. Frank and Thomas Tolman trying to bring her round as a handsome man steps forward from a pack of wolves devouring a dwarf.
Will you wake up?
You see a very tall, angular-faced but very handsome man with long dark hair, half of it tied back and the other half draped down, rich velvet clothes, a nice ruffled shirt. He looks as though the wolves are under his command. He steps forward, regards you all.
Am I still unconscious?
Welcome, my friends, to Barovia.
I lean over to you, just tough.
Tough, you call me.
I was just whispering at him, so unless it's got ridiculously.
Have you not listened to the tales you have been told? I am a prince. I am Count Strahd von Zorovich. And you walk here because I allow you.
Of course you are.
I
have no idea, man.
What do you guys do? What do you guys feel? What do you guys think in this moment?
It's never easy, is it?
Am I still unconscious?
You're just coming round.
First thing you see.
You have come around enough to kind of blink your eyes open and set up slightly and hear his introduction.
Okay.
You hear the last little whimper of the dwarf.
It's all
as he
gone wrong
dies.
again.
Why are those wolves eating a dwarf?
I don't know. It's probably the right day of the week.
Yeah, it was just wrong. Quick turn.
Before we go any further in this moment, we'll quickly have a changeover, and I will remind you that you actually found some really cool items on your travels. Thank you, Kev. So we've got, maybe if we do it that way, so you guys are over there.
About to say, where are our models?
Just to remind you the bits and pieces that you got. Frank, you picked up a pair of swords called Song and Dance.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You also have a dragon's tooth necklace. On its own, it does nothing. But if you were to take the dragon's tooth off and attach it to the pommel, you would receive some kind of bonus to combat.
Do I know
If you
this?
got a you're a fighter, you probably would imagine that that's something you would want to do, could do. If you went to a blacksmith and had them attach it, the benefits would be more.
Right.
Thomas Tolman found the Hexen's Yaga,
There you go.
which is a witch hunter's gun. And Alia, if you remember, you have a crown of thorns.
Yes, I do remember that.
Which every time you use it has been slowly digging into your
And
head. There's some of the spells that you can cast with it.
the only thing that's missing is wild shape, but you do that as a druid anyway, so you know the score of that one.
So, caught up.
Caught up.
You're sitting up.
And yet there is a man with wolves, and the wolves are eating the door.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about what? Does he give off any aura or anything?
Does he give off an aura?
Yeah.
Gives you a little text.
Yeah.
Roll an insight.
Yeah. That's going to roll it here now.
And
Brilliant. No.
what did you roll?
2, 4.
4. What were you looking for in your insight?
Just to see what kind of sometimes you can tell if someone's like if someone's a good guy or not a good, not necessarily if they're
The vibe you get
it's a vibe.
is
He's not good.
you've just come into my house. Hello?
Yeah, so nothing necessary apart from the fact he's walked through the door.
Give us an over-the-top bow or something.
He immediately notices Thomas Tolman taking a deeper interest in him, and he goes, Thomas Tolman, the witch hunter. Am I right?
So I'd take him back like that. And how do you?
And you are Frank, but that might not be your real name. And Alia, of the Shadow Elves. You have been long expected. Like I said, you're welcome here. I already know your intentions. And when you're ready, up here, he points and off just past the top of the woods that surround you, down into the valley.
Yep.
There's a rock face and there's a castle on top.
That's not foreboding at all.
This is Castle Ravenloft. It is where I dwell. And in a few days, if you feel such way,
By the way, what time of day is it?
perpetually dusk and dawn.
So evening, does?
Hard to tell.
Yes, it's hard to tell at the moment. Maybe a time device would help. When you feel, I invite you for supper. And maybe we can talk more.
I look at the wolves and I'm assuming supper for us, not supper for them.
Whatever you choose. That sounds like a fun idea, doesn't it, Frank?
I tell her, I like this one.
He opens
He
his
gets
arms,
my humour.
and the mist rolls in, and he disappears. And you all need to roll initiative.
Oh dear. Oh dear. It's gone wrong. Oh dear.
You made a suggestion that sounded good.
21.
Okay.
Oh goodness, someone did it.
Yeah. Adia?
Yeah, I'm just.
Tolman?
Show that box there, 7.
22.
22.
You beat me, B1.
Yeah. Tolman?
7.
7.
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay, lovely jubbly.
Only could
Well,
be in
I
prison
was
one
about to say,
time.
it's been there for a stint.
I might have some that will be joining you.
Mm.
Do you want to put it in the dunce chair?
It's on
Okay.
the bad step at the moment.
So, first up we have Alia. Then we have Frank. Oh no. Then we have
Frank is down.
the wolves.
Put it down.
We have Tom. Okay.
Wolves.
Strahd evaporates
It's bounced.
into the mist.
I would put the mist on, but in the fan.
Mhm.
There it goes. It's blowing straight away.
And
yeah.
the wolves turn, and the last one you see grips at the throat of the dwarf, worries it, pulls the throat out.
Why can't we ever meet anyone nice?
Alia,
Yeah.
you can act. Why don't we what?
Why can't we ever meet anyone nice? Even when they're being nice to assholes.
So, character can't talk to animals then.
No.
Okay.
I did think about it when I was doing the Crown of Thorns, but then I was like, no, let's make this all about plant life, because it's a Crown of Thorns.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just, okay. Do they look like they're going to attack then?
They're baring their teeth, and they are standing at the edge of the road. So the house is behind you.
Okay.
There's the farm fields going off into woods, really dense woods. You remember as you came in, there was woods all around you. Then it's onto the road, and there's all woodland behind.
Okay.
I wonder if I could intimidate. If I turn it into a panther.
So we're going to what really wild shape into it.
Okay.
Are you going to move as well?
So what you're going to be 40 on a panther, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to move forward and rear right up and
Okay. Are you going all the way forward? No, you can.
just
you-
a bit.
It's 50 you can move into Panther.
Yeah, I'm not going to move right forward.
And you want to try and intimidate them. So you're going to bare your teeth.
Very teeth, raw, rear
Roll.
right up.
Intimidation at disadvantage because you have about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I understand. 20, 30.
And again,
Disadvantage,
you've got to
yeah.
take the lowest.
17.
17.
Rolling like a demon today.
Look, don't say anything, because now it's all going to go wrong.
They take this as an act of unlimited aggression, and they snarl and start barking and howling even more. Sorry, they rolled a nat 20 on their save.
That's alright.
Yeah, so do you have any bonus actions you'd like to do?
I don't know.
Crown of Thorns is down action, I don't know.
But you're wild shaped,
Yeah.
so
At this point, I don't think you can do anything else.
you can't cast spells when you're wild shaped.
No. I think that's it.
Next up is Frank.
Frank,
I love
as
in it.
as the most deadly fighter you will ever know, I'm going to bravely run over to this tree and climb it.
Okay.
So that's going to be my. Where am I? That is my.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run over here, use my movement, and
Yeah.
then use my action to attempt to climb it.
Okay. So you can,
Acrobatics or athletics?
whichever you'd like. depending on the way you'd like to climb the tree. If you're going to strength your way up,
Quickly.
if you're going to strength your way up,
Yeah.
athletics. If you're going to parkour
Right.
it, acrobatics.
Cool. That works for me because my athletics is +7 and the other one's +6. So.
Okay.
Ooh. 10 total. It's a tree, so I don't know what kind of DC you're putting it.
you make it up to like the first
Not as high as I
2
wanted
bars.
to.
You're maybe about 3 foot off the floor. You know.
This will do.
That it?
Yeah, that's my movement and my action. So
The wolves take your trying to intimidate them quite personally. And they're charging. Good job you
we need to get some of those see-through
helped out,
little
wasn't it?
platforms, so I can just go like that.
The first one lunges in with a bite. And he will raise a 16 to hit. Does that hit you?
Yeah.
Probably, I would imagine, at this stage.
So he lunges in at your sort of flank and rips out a chunk for 6 points of damage. Just as that happens, you kind of wince at the pain as the other one goes in for a bite on your neck, but by the fates of whatever gods preside over this world, your wincing has made you just out of reach. The third one just keeps moving forward, and it looks to have its sights set on you, Tolman. And it is now your turn. Let's see that Hexen Jaga in action, are we?
Well, I'm not official yet.
Right. I would say you are
Right, okay.
being a witch hunter from
You started at high level, yeah.
Mistara is currently happening at the same rate as we are here.
That's fair enough then. So,
So gunpowder and guns are a thing that exists.
okay,
If you remember, you
Slide
guys
here.
know about the Tempest Cartel and the Silent Annie. You've heard about all of this story.
use that. Okay.
Am I attuned to song and dance?
I think by now you are, because
Yeah.
you took a short rest.
Yeah, I was trying to think how much time's passed. So.
Okay, so I am going to use an action. I have 2 attacks per action.
Yeah.
Can I use this twice per... Yeah, okay. I don't need to make an attack roll. That's why I'm asking. It's quite, as long as I'm in range and can see,
Yeah.
I literally...
The weapon has been given to you for the long haul.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So it's... I just roll damage then, twice.
Yeah, sure.
Just really checking that. Okay, like this weapon. So it's 1d12 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not. They're wolves. Cool. 6 points of damage onto this one for the first attack.
That one.
Yeah.
You realise that's the runt of the litter.
Okay.
And you blow its head clean off.
And then the second attack will be on that next one next. And that is 15.
15?
Yeah.
It was a sure shot. And that one falls dead to the ground.
Okay.
So just as it goes to bite for you, bang! And there's blood over you, but it's not yours. This does anger something more evil than these wolves that you hear. It's the alpha.
So, no, fight harder.
And you hear the and it appears out of the mist. It sees the shot fired and it is going to run in to attack Mr. Tolman. As it picks up pace, it pounces through the air, bearing down on you, and it hits you for 20. A dirty 20. Does that hit?
Dirty 20.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14 is fine.
14 points of damage as you put your arm up and it bites into your forearm.
Okay, 23 hit points left.
That ends its go, and we go back to Ilia.
I pounce on the wolf next to me, digging my claws into its rump and sinking my teeth into its neck.
Yeah, go for it. Roll an attack.
What do I add to that?
Panthers,
Yeah.
Panthers is +4.
In
Sure.
Yeah.
+4.
whenever we start playing by new rules, you can use. I think you can pick. I'm not totally sure. But
Yeah,
you can pick between
16.
16. You grab onto its flank. Roll for damage.
What do I
It's
roll?
1d6 +2.
1d6 plus 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
While Shell's doing that,
Yeah, me too.
Song has a day box on it, which I can't quite figure out what that's about.
Oh, that's how many times you can read. That's how many times
5.
you can use it.
5
per day.
points of damage.
Okay, yeah.
What's in general?
You take the chunk out of
Or
its side,
use it, say,
and
So for
it's
Or
not
use
quite
its
to the
charm
bone,
to
but you can
like
start
soothe.
seeing that.
yeah,
You know,
sorry,
as
charm.
its heart's beating,
Yeah.
there's blood coming
that makes
out.
more sense then.
It's a spell. Yeah, when let's say bonfire, charmed until the spell ends.
And next up is Frank.
Yes, sorry, I should have read that in what I did.
Apparently not.
What?
It's a charmed effect. Okay, just
Yes,
makes more
yeah,
sense.
sorry. I thought I wrote
Yeah, it can be used 3 times a day.
3 times a day, yeah.
So potentially you could have a charmed wolf.
If I wasn't up a tree.
Yeah, the fighter ran up a tree. Remember that?
It's tactical.
And what would you like to do, Frank? So you've just seen the panther earlier take a chunk out of that wolf there.
Looks like you got it covered.
Moments before, you saw excuse me, a giant direwolf pounce on top of Thomas and really bite into his arm.
Oh, can't be having that. I'm going to take my heavy crossbow,
Yeah.
which was the whole point of jumping off the tree. Just didn't go up as high as I expected to do.
Yeah, you can take Walker out of the game, but you can't take Walker out of the man, can you?
And I'm going to take a pot shot at the direwolf.
Yeah, he was never
Yeah.
very good at climbing, was he, Walker?
Oh, that's an 11. Yeah, I've got nothing I can add to that.
Surely you get something.
Oh no, I meant total, but there's nothing special about the crossbow thing.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's just roll
Yeah.
5.
It
Melt it.
scarily nearly hits your toe
It's just-
right in front of it
Use that to stab it!
Hey!
as you're laying on your back wrestling with this.
You just hear from a little distance away, it's going, I'm helping!
The other wolf, is there any other action?
I have 2
Yeah.
attacks.
Okay,
now,
yeah, go for
'cause
it.
I'm level 5 now. I'm assuming we're bonus action reload jobs on these things because it's a
Yeah,
pain in the
sure.
arse. I think it's just ridiculous having to do all that.
you
personally.
can waste a bonus action to
Yeah, it's 19 total.
19.
Yeah.
So this one hits it, and you think it's coming for you again because you've still got this wolf on your forearm,
yeah.
and you're wrestling around with it. Shoom, it goes into
I'm
its
still
shoulder.
helping.
Hey!
You're remarkably calm. That's 6 points of damage total because that sucks.
This seems to just anger this wolf even more, and he bites down even harder, and you're now grappled.
Yeah, you hear me go, bloody hell!
So on your turn, you'll need to do a strength check if you want to ungrapple yourself. Otherwise, you'll be at disadvantage.
The strength would that count as an action or a the strength check?
Is there a reaction?
So it's an action.
It's an action.
So that will just go for disadvantage on the attack roll. Really.
That's the end of your go?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because I need an action to be able to try and climb higher. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm done.
And you've used a bonus action, so
Yeah.
you can't do any kind of...
I'm pretty
You
basic.
can't
at
do
the
that
moment,
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the rogues.
Yeah.
The wolf that you're fighting yelps and turns around and tries to bite you for a... wrong sheet.
Yeah.
10.
No.
Too much pain, it misses. Tell me.
Okay, so Hex and Yaga, as I'm there fighting, I'm in big disadvantage at my mind.
Yeah.
The stock falls away, and now it is a sword that I'm just about to kind of somehow, with no finesse whatsoever.
Sure. So you kind of, one arm's like this, and you take the gun, give it a little click, and the stock falls off.
Yeah.
Swing it round and go for a stab.
Brilliant.
You just sort of see me nodding from the
And
tree.
that is not going to do anything because that is going to be 9.
As I'm nodding, a frown
It's,
comes in.
Writhing around too much, and you just can't find the right moment when you're going to stab it in the head or your own arm.
And the second attack.
Kick it in the balls. You can do it.
Come on, dice. 10, so one better, but still nothing. That's
Still can't find that right
still-
moment.
Jam.
How big are you in comparison to this wolf?
Just 6
Because I can't remember what your character looks like.
This wolf, if it stood on its hind legs, would be like 10 foot tall.
Jeez.
It's like,
But I missed it.
I would say that's to scale on the model there.
Yeah,
it is a,
sure.
It is a wizard's
Yeah.
direwolf model, so that's
so now the direwolf. Okay. He's going to bite
I'll put it on 2,
harder,
just quiet it down just a
Once
tad.
I'm calling you down,
and he's got advantage because he has you grappled.
grappled. Yeah.
That is going to hit you for something. It's over 20.
Yeah. 14. So
I can't. I'm not that quick with the adding up. 9, 10, 11, 12 points damage.
12 points damage. Ooh. 11. Sketchy tail and another attack.
You are
fine.
still grappled.
Yeah.
You actually hear some rustling in the bushes over here, footsteps, and then quite a guttural howl.
It's all going wrong.
Alia, it's your go.
I sink my teeth into the neck of this wolf and shake it.
Trying to rip his throat out.
You're at disadvantage,
22.
so you've got to roll again and take the lower.
13.
13 will hit. Just. You managed just to catch it. Roll for damage.
Oh! 3!
3.
That was a 1.
+2.
Yeah, that was 3.
yeah.
Altogether.
You take another chunk out. This guy is a bloody mess at the moment.
I like the panther.
Panther's working well.
Yeah. I enjoy panther mode. So as I'm laying in the ground, I then turn around and shout to Frank, will you bloody hit this thing?
Okay.
Hit
Frank.
you. Understood.
Frank.
I don't know
what would
why,
you
but
like
okay.
to do?
Any particular place? Start a conversation.
Jam bags.
Your jam
don't have
bags,
any
right?
jam
Correct.
bags.
Okay. It's a bit windy out here. Terribly sorry.
Yeah.
What happened to the other pen?
Oh, I've nicked it.
How far away?
I just wanted to do my charge.
How far away is this happening
How far away
from the tree?
from the tree?
Because I know it's just a
think
random tree. but,
That's about 4 inches to 20 foot.
okay. I'm 3 feet off the ground, so just for argument's sake,
You
can I?
climbed 3 foot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, you missed it.
Very high. I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I said I expected to be higher. I expected to be on
20
Overwatch on this thing. So, for the sake of argument, can I just say because I've got 40 feet of movement, just try to utilise the 3 feet, because it's going to have to be a jump, and try to come down on the direwolf.
Okay.
But for the sake of that, I'm not exactly very high up in this tree. Can I use just the 40 feet in total, just to kind of fudge that? It's up to
You've
you.
got 40-foot movement.
I have 40 foot, but I don't want to get on the ground and then go and get in.
So you want to try and jump down, grappling it?
I just want to sort of like come down with song.
Yeah,
If
sure.
you'll allow
Roll
it.
me an acrobatics or athletics. It's going to
the
be acrobatics, I think.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a dex, isn't it? That is really good. That's like 23.
23, sure.
Yeah.
You pull out the sword. Which one?
I'm good with instructions.
Which sword do you bring out?
Song.
Song.
Yeah.
And you hear this kind of shing, and it's like you've hit a tuning fork.
Yeah.
As it comes out, and you bring it down through the air, leaping
that.
through the air, go for the attack. You will get advantage because you are
Yeah, because I'm
flanking.
engaging it, yeah. Because it's also, I get it's advantage. It's advantage on the charm, actually, because when I'm attacking.
But you'll
so-
get
when I'm fighting
advantage because you're flanking.
it. Yeah, cool. So I might need 6. 8, so that's. Wow, 14. That's another 8. 8, so that's 16 total.
You come down and
Yeah.
song right into one of its legs. Roll
Nice.
for damage.
My damage is a d8. Plus 1. Just make, because I actually added these at some point to the sheet as well, so making sure they're accurate as I go.
Mhm.
So that's for 4 points of damage, but it's got to do a DC 17 save, wisdom save.
Sure. So 4 points of damage first of all,
Okay, well, get off me.
and a what? Sorry,
DC 17 wisdom.
wisdom.
I'm actually using a
It
pen.
fails on a 15.
Cool.
So what happens to it?
It becomes charmed until the spell ends or someone in the party attacks it.
Okay. Now charmed.
We'll know if it's been charmed when spell ends. Oh, okay. I will know. Sorry, you spelled that a little bit weirdly.
It will know.
Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, it will know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes round, it will
knows
be.
it's been charmed.
It will be.
Oh,
like,
right. Okay.
"That
Right.
damn Frank, he charmed me.
It might be a
I
little
don't know why he's
If it's
Southern
human or something,
American.
it'll be a little bit upset. It might hold a grudge against
So-
being
yeah.
charmed.
So as I've jumped out of the tree, I've now stabbed this direwolf. It's laying next to you. But the weirdest thing kind of occurs. It's now I start sort of talking into its ear, but also quite close to you as well. So you're just like,
What are you saying to it?
She's like, down boy, calm.
It
But I
does-
look over to you as well, and she's just going, don't question it.
It starts to loosen its grip on you. But you see from where the howl was and the rustle in the trees, suddenly this big silver plated armoured form comes rushing forward and tackles the wolf.
Or the direwolf. Bloody all go today, innit?
Tackles the wolf. You can choose in this moment to stay sword in it, holding on to it, but if you're going to let go, I need strength checks from you both to make sure you do let go and don't get caught up in this tumble.
Oh, I see.
Yeah?
Is that
Sorry,
strength
saving rolls?
strength or
I'm just
dex
in
to
its mouth,
avoid?
So
You can roll the position you're in, dex.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
For you, strength to still take yourself out. 10.
I did not see
my
this
rolling
coming.
is terrible.
I did not see this coming, apparently. But that's a 1.
Right, okay.
So that's 4 total.
So this big 6'5" paladin, who you recognise in a split second as the guy you met in the bar the first night, Laniver.
Oh, yeah.
Dark skinned,
Oh, yeah.
scars across the eye. You didn't know what happened to him, but he was in the camp with you when you fell asleep. He's come. He's seen you guys being attacked by a direwolf.
You said, here I come to save the day.
He's tumbled over, and all three of you are kind of in this cartoon cloud.
Rolling around the place. Massive ball.
Tolman, it's your go. you will now be ungrappled because you're just in this fracas.
Okay.
I'm probably a little bit confused since the direwolf now is no longer actually trying to attack
Yeah,
you, but
so
someone else has come out of nowhere.
Unfortunately, Laniver was always coming at that moment in time, so his direwolf's been hit, so he's uncharmed.
Ah, crap. Is he a... I'm going to use the wording of this card. Is he a member of our party?
Yes.
Because it does actually use the word someone in the party.
He was a member of your party a day ago.
Okay. So I'm just going to go... I've seen wording here.
He was the person who formed your party, wasn't he?
I do enjoy
And he gave
messing
you all
with exact
silvered
wording.
weapons. You were meant to be going and hunting werewolves. But
Fair.
yes, unfortunately, I didn't realise you were going to do that right then.
Bloody idiot.
And the precursor to him arriving.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's my turn. I'm still going to... So this thing looked chilled, and now it's all aggressive again. So what I'm going to do is, as I read, so I'm now not grappled, hold my knife, my longsword properly, and run my hand down it, and I'm going to perform a blood rite. This will last until a long rest. It is going to reduce my max hit points down to 32
Right.
by my level, so if I just do a temporary
You need that.
32, I've got it doesn't affect my current hit point, so it's gonna. So, and I'll do this, and my sword kind of lights up with a glowing flame,
Nice.
Ooh.
and now I'm not blooming.
Is it an actual flame? Because now we're just a ball of people and now we're on fire.
No, it's more like a light. There's a flame there, but there's no heat as such. So I'm going to just swing at it with my first attack for 16.
Hits.
Hit. Longsword is 1d8 plus my blood dice. That's 1d6.
Nice.
So, which is good. I did that. It's got 1 damage on the sword itself.
Yeah.
Technically not. It's 1d. It's 10 points of damage with that one.
Yeah.
And then the second attack for 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Roll on the critical hit chart.
It's all going off
What
now.
a way to end the fight.
After rolling so
Yeah.
bad.
Well, I just feel I'm fed up with this thing now.
Ah, so I see
This
that you're
thing's
not
upset
actually
me.
incompetent.
That's 8. That's not going to be that high. That's a 6.
So 6 is max damage times 2.
Max damage.
So that will be the max damage of your sword plus the max damage of your blood, right?
So that's 13 plus 6, 19 is my max damage.
19
Yep.
times.
38.
You can roll. No, it's going to be
Yeah.
times 2.
Yeah.
So
38.
38. You managed to roll out, and you performed this blood rite. One stab chops the lower jaw off, and you bring it back round, and the flame sort of flies through the air following the blade as you and you
Whack
just
it
miss
down.
Laniver, and you take the head off of it.
Yeah. That's one thing I hate about Barovia.
You think
Place.
for a split second
Goddamn
as the body
wolves.
falls on the floor, it kind of tries to stand back up, and it's clawing and clawing, but then eventually falls down.
I should point out that blood rite lasts until a long rest as well. So I can put the hexer back together, and then if I put it out again,
It's still
flame's
going.
Still there,
Yeah.
it's still there until I
Nice.
restore my disappearing note.
Well done.
I've had that.
You
Before
have,
this game, I've just read the sheet since the last game.
Well,
You
it's my word.
survived the welcoming committee.
Nice.
Okay, I am.
So that thing was friendship. No more. Well, I'm looking at it just writhing about the place.
As this all happens, Laniver jumps up and goes, There's more about in the woods. And he's got his sword out.
I suppose you got a healing potion if you're anything.
Calm your tits.
And I'm just
It's
literally
over.
blood's dripping from my hat.
Wait, is it? I look closer just to see if it's actually coming from the hat.
I just got
He's
to
got an
get up.
enchanted hat.
I think the paladin might have some sort of natural healing ability. None of us
No,
do,
he's
do we?
very bad at his job. He's just a rugby player.
I can stop the combat now.
Give me a second.
That's right.
I find the spell. He looks at you and places his hand on you and he starts saying some words. How many hit points do you have?
Currently have 11.
How many do you have, Max?
32 at the moment, normally 37. So it's going to be 32 if you want the current.
He puts you back up to full health. As in this
32.
dark place, you see a little glow of light, and it kind of traces over all of the veins from the point he touched you. Your wounds start to close up and heal, and you feel replenished. Anybody else need healing? He looks at you,
change back into myself, and I go limping over.
and he places a hand upon your bit in the arms and legs, and he gives you 18 points of healing.
It brings me back to full health. Yeah.
I put my hand out as if to say, I need some healing. So as he puts his hand out, I just do the predator. It's like, son of a bitch!
Yeah, he
Thank you.
joins in. I'm sorry, I'm all out. I'd need a long
I don't
rest.
need it, it's fine. But it's always nice to see you.
Well,
Interesting approach at rescuing us, though.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been?
We don't know how we got here.
Those Vistani, they put me in a trance or something, and I woke up in these woods. Mist everywhere. Every time I tried to walk out of it, I was choked. I had to go towards the road.
If I had a gold for every time I've heard that one. Mostly it's me saying it, Frank.
Do you have
And
any
I'm
gold?
kind of staring into the distance a little bit, nodding my head. Every flashbacks.
Who's that geezer then? I see you talking to him.
He says he's a prince.
It's a bit of a toff.
He's a bit of a tosser.
He couldn't be the bloke from...
Also,
who's that? The old fella at the camp last... When was it? A day or so ago? Stannis. That was his name, wasn't it? Stanimir. Stanley? Something
Steve.
like that. He told us a story about a prince that had turned dark.
I thought it was a metaphor.
What's a metaphor?
It's one of those.
You know what this metal's for, and he bangs
Yeah.
his chest plate.
Christ. Yeah, that's what metal's for. Stop. Look,
Well,
go walk
apparently,
away.
they were his wolves, and he invited us to supper and then disappeared, and then his wolves attacked us. So there you go.
while that's going on, I've just wandered off to look at the dwarf
Right.
to see how dead he is.
So,
I like to
the
think it
dwarf-
was a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
Yeah, but I'm the opposite. I like to think good of people, so probably wrong in hindsight.
Well,
I think just everything here just seems to want to kill us.
That's why I try to have a bright sort of personality. You can almost just see him just like I don't believe myself.
how are we going to get back home?
No idea.
I mean,
Turned around from the dwarf and I was hoping you would tell us that.
as far as I can tell, every time I try to walk in the other direction, the mists stop me. I've been pushed in this direction.
I think we've just got to carry on, and I don't know, just see what happens.
Can we look around, see if we can see any landmarks or anything?
Where's the castle?
Anything,
Sure.
yeah, apart from the...
I'll turn around to you. I was going to ask you why you're up the tree, but being like you got 3 foot up. Did you see anything when you were 3 foot up? Apart from more trees and more death?
I did. Leaves. Many leaves.
That's what we need to do.
I'm just looking at the map. So,
see this leaf? That's you, that is.
you
shaking.
You remember finding the road,
Yeah.
the Salvage Road, and you walked along it and you came to the big gates. So as you're standing with the house behind you, you look off to what you think is the east, trying to decipher this from a very overcast sky. Off to the east, that's where you've come from. That's where the gates were. It's where you got dropped off, portaled in. You're not quite sure. Looking west, you can see the woodland. The road carries on, and the woodland opens out into a valley. You can see the castle on top of a mountain, the hill on top of the cliffs, and then down just below it, there seems to be a village. That's all you can see for now. There's mountains either side and they carry on all around you. You seem to be in some kind of wide glen or valley.
It looks like our best bet would be the village.
You were looking at the dwarf.
I was, I must have.
Laniver walked up behind you. You're still there. Do you think you'd, being a man of some kind of religion, would you kind of try
Church
and
of Hannah, so
search him and find who he was, or?
probably wouldn't just desecrating unless we do that. So,
You can see, it's not too hard.
yeah, I'm not going to
see.
steal anything. I'm just going to
But you do see at the corner of a letter, it sticking out of a little knapsack that he's got.
Also, I suppose I'm a witch hunter to investigate things, so we'll have a little look, yeah, and just
you pull out a letter, and it has on the back a large wax seal with a bee on. And if you want to open it and read it, that is what the letter says.
hey,
That one.
that one there. How thee of might and valour, I, the Burgomaster of Barovia, and send you honour with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina. Actually, that's a surname I can't read. Is that K? Iliana?
I don't know.
Has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies. Oh God! And dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead. And encircle this land? Encircle this land with symbols. Okay. Yeah, encircle this land with symbols of good. I tell you what, I'm never going to do. I feel bad because I always do handwritten letters for you guys to read.
Now you know our pain.
Yeah, I have a bad eyesight as well.
I gave it to you because I haven't got my glasses.
Yeah, brilliant, thanks. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of the weeping Barovia. Leave our summons to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth untrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Highland, something about Burgomaster.
Kolyan Indorovich. Irina Indorovich.
I was reading it out loud as well, so I don't have to repeat all of it, so you would have heard it. So, turn round to the Templar. Because he was of the same order of things, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Order of the Griffin. So we'll...
You turn round to him.
Seems Halav calls us to our call, even in this immortal, forsaken
he's an
realm.
Unholy spawn of the Nine Hells. Vampires.
Well, what we're treating for?
This is not something I've dealt with before. Do you think being bitten shit turn? Can we save her?
There's no hope for that wretch, apart from Halad's burning fire.
Where do you think he was headed?
It mentions, the lair mentions it. That don't come to the village, go to his castle? Leave the village. We can go to the village. Get more information.
So they want us to go straight to the castle.
Seems that way.
He wasn't very helpful. We got attacked by his bloody wolves.
I'll be on. Roll an intelligence check.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. That was a plank.
5, it was 13, and it was on the cusp, and it was on 13, so it's just somehow it just went...
Lanover looks at you two, and he grabs your arm and he pulls you over to one side. You can roll a perception to see if you overhear what is being said.
Just for reference, my passive is 17.
Sure.
Just for reference.
Say
But apparently I'm not paying any attention. This is
19.
Neither of you hear this.
negligible at all, not even worth
He
mentioning.
rolled a nat 20 to be stealthy. He pulls you in and he says, "This seems a bit fucking odd to me." Seems a bit fucking odd to me. That bloke was talking to you while the wolves were eating the body of this, and then we mysteriously find a letter that tells us to go to his castle.
Mm.
And how do you even know these two?
Don't really.
No, I only met them that night in the pub.
Same as.
And what have they done in this time? Have they been helpful? Nobody can be trusted here. It's me and you, yeah? And he looks round at you two, which you notice he doesn't look like he's about to be friends. Well, I suppose we're with who we're with, aren't we? The village it is.
I'd say so. It could be a trap. What? But then
I look up and see the teens go, why can't we all just be friends? Kind of almost talking just out loud, thinking out loud. I don't expect a reaction or anything like that, but it's just I just get a bit cagey, so
You can kind of get what he's thinking though, can't you? You're in a
we don't know any of us.
weird
don't
place.
Know each other.
You've all just met each other, and
Been spirited away.
Well, what would you like to do?
Well, to the village it is then, I suppose.
yeah, I'd say check out the village first before the castle.
Yeah, and then we're gonna burn her.
At least get a good night's rest. That'd be good.
he's got a bit of a maniacal sort of look on his face. You said it out loud. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was the plan you suggested.
Normally,
She
it's the witch
she
hunter
will
way.
be a vampire.
She won't. We won't let her get to that, will we?
She burn cleansing fire.
You press
Hey,
onwards.
we have a plan.
You press onwards.
I like a plan.
You feel like a few hours have passed, and you eventually come into the sort of streets of this village. There's tall shapes that loom out of the dense fog, but it surrounds everything. There's muddy ground under your feet, and it gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. And the tall shapes become more recognisable as two-storey houses, but they're all crooked and twisted and leaning in on each other. The windows of each of the houses, the ones that aren't boarded up, are just black pools of emptiness. Very rarely do you see any light. All the doors seem to be shut, and there's no sound.
Cheerful place.
It's silence, except for a very distant, mournful sobbing.
I can hear crying.
It could be worse. It could be us. Any reaction?
There's none. This is the village.
Bastards.
You have entered from here. Sorry, there.
Maybe.
Here. You've entered from. So you're coming down into here.
Okay.
I'm not going to question why you have that on your catalogue, Kev.
What's that?
On your Audible library.
Oh, because I knew I looked into what would make a good program game. So it's like lots of crying. So, but I forgot. I didn't have time to add it into the. That's it.
How far away is the sobbing? Can we tell?
Or is it just an ambient noise? So everyone just does this.
Roll
Time of night.
a investigation or perception.
The whole village does this at this time of night.
11.
It's within the village, maybe off to your right, but you can't be too sure.
Can we find out where the sobbing's coming from? It's the only sound we can hear.
Where do you want investigation? You say?
Yeah.
Dirty 20?
I got a straight 12, so I'm like, get it from the right.
So as you've come in, there's a couple of houses here, and you can see it turns down sort of a main causeway. There's a row of houses. As you carry on walking, you're sort of 2 houses in, and you can see there's a turning coming up on your right.
Right.
And it sounds like it's probably coming from down there. As you continue to
Miserable
walk,
cows down that way somewhere.
as you continue to walk through towards that sound, you see on the corner of the street there's a building right on the corner. There's sparse light that comes from the building because there's heavy drawn curtains in the windows, but there's a sign over the door creaking that says Bildraff's Mercantile.
Okay.
And it, as you get there on your dirty 20, you'd probably say it's the next house along. You can hear the sobbing coming from the upstairs window.
Can we see anything?
It just seems there's maybe a flicker of candlelight,
Right.
something like that. Off to your left, maybe you notice as you're looking around, is, so this is here on your right, there's a little square, and you can see a single shaft of light that thrusts illumination into the square. its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this is the Blood on the Vine Tavern. But somebody seems to have scratched out on and written over it of.
So what does it say?
Blood of the Vine.
Blood of the Vine.
You look a little closer and somebody's changed the letters in Vine to say Vein.
It's like a cheerful place.
And this is on like an epitaph of the...
There's like, yeah, it's the pub sign. So you've got, as you're standing, you've kind of got a bit of a crossroads and a square.
Yep.
The tavern, the mercantile, a couple of doors down, is sobbing.
She's obviously had too much gin.
I think
That's my reckoning.
I think we should go and knock on the door where it sounds like it's coming from.
You want to get involved in that?
Well, she might be able to give us some information.
She might get us bloody wet.
And there's no one else around on
She's
the
been
street.
crying for a while.
So, no one else on the streets.
We need to talk to someone.
But the mercantile doesn't look open, does it? Or is that all?
No.
So pretty much that the sobbing's the only sign of life we've got so far in this.
Yeah, it looks like it's what they're calling 8 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, it was open. You can tell from just that feel in the air. There's a hanging of. There was probably people around.
Is the sign
an hour or so ago?
Is the sign held up with like ropes, or is it like chains and stuff like that?
Chains.
Chains. Then. I was going to do a little joke there, but.
Okay. I'm going to go and knock on the door where the sobbing is coming from.
Okay. You move up to the door, and the sound of the sobbing fills you with a deep sadness. You knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
There's no answer, but you do hear the sobbing still.
Is the door unlocked?
You try the door.
Yeah.
It opens.
Can I go in?
Call out first. Call out, hello?
Hello?
Gertruda, is that you, my love?
No, but can we help?
She carries on sobbing. She's not in the first room that you appear. It sounds like it's upstairs. So as you come into the house,
Yep.
you come down. You guys are hanging back in the square.
I think you was with me, weren't you?
I was with, yeah.
So you come down here. Oh, sorry. You guys are back here, Frank?
I'm just being along, enjoying life, checking out the scenery.
Grab this. The mercantile next door. Something like that. Okay. There we go.
A little bit loose today, that one. Needs some.
There we go. So you knock on the door. You've taken steps inside, yeah?
Yeah.
You look around, and it's a poor excuse for a home. It's kind of a hovel, more or less. There's bare cupboards, and as you know from the previous place, this land's been hit by famine, and people really don't have a lot here. You can hear the crying coming from upstairs. What would you like to do?
I'll call out again. Hello?
She just carries on.
Go upstairs.
Let's go upstairs. I'll come with you upstairs.
You guys are so very wary of me now, aren't you?
Anyone that's played any game ever is just like, yeah, let's go and approach the crying person. That always pans out okay.
Do we see her yet?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She probably late 40s, early 50s.
Sitting on the steps, drinking gin.
She is sitting on the end of a bed. Dark hair. A shawl sort of pulled around her pale face, and just tears streaming down her cheeks, and she's holding a little doll.
Okay. I go up to her and ask her what's wrong.
It's my daughter, Gertruda. Are you her?
No.
She
How old's your daughter?
She looks at you a little bit. She goes, "No, you've got the wrong ears." She's an elf.
During this conversation, I'm coming up round the back of them, so out of eye shot, and just have my hand on my dagger.
So you've come in.
Not I haven't pulled weapons. I'm just like ready.
Lanivus takes point at the front door. She kind of begins to rock a little bit and sobs more, and strokes the hair of the doll, which you look at now and it's quite malformed.
Does it have human eyes? After that teddy bear.
No,
It's off.
no, it doesn't.
I sit next to her.
Mm.
I put my arm around her and ask her where her daughter is, or how long she been gone.
I've kept Gertie in this house for most of her life, hidden away from the evils of this land. She's a teenager now, isn't she? And she wants to be out with her friends. She broke out a week ago, and she hasn't come back. I fear the worst. You've got terrible things that roam this village at night. Not to mention his lordship up there on the rock. Maybe he's got her.
Tell me more about this lordship. Does he have dark hair, pulled back tight?
Bit of a toff. I get the impression you're a bit of a toff, so that's why I keep using this as a reference.
Aye, that's him. The devil, Strahd.
And you say he's got your... pardon, her name? What's her name? Gertrude?
Gertruda.
Your daughter?
Yeah,
Gertie.
that's what I called her.
How
Yeah,
long's she been gone?
a week. 5-6 days.
Where can I find the burgomaster?
The burgomaster's mansion is just across the square, past the blood on the vine. Just up the road, follow it up.
Okay.
Stay here, crew. I shall speak with the burgomaster, then speak with this Strahd. Either bring your daughter back or cleanse her with fire.
Nice.
As you get up to leave, she grabs out and grabs your arm. Would you take her doll and give it back to her? Then she'll know that you've come from me. My name's Mary.
Okay.
You look at the doll is malformed and has a strange leer, and it wears a sackcloth dress.
Sackcloth dress. Can I tell any other discernible features? Is it just literally almost a sexless?
Yeah.
You can't tell if it's a boy or a girl.
You look. Do you do this in front of her?
Yeah, just sort of hold it up.
Okay.
Before I put it down.
No, you can see sort of just there seems to be like a little tag, a little label in the sort of where the legs attach to the body.
Okay.
As you take that from her hands, then I lean over and just give her like a food ration back into her empty hand, just to see if that may, at the very least, quieten her down a bit.
Thank you, sir. You're so kind, travellers. What are your names? What horror brings you to this land?
Well, we don't know how we got here, but my name's Alia.
Frank will probably never know why he's here.
Is Frank the big man? She points at Laniver.
We're all Frank in our own way,
He's Frank.
if we're being frank.
That's Thomas. That's Laniver.
I do hope you can bring my Gertie home.
We'll do our best, but obviously not promising.
She starts to eat the ration and leaves you to find your own way out back onto the street.
Okay.
Unless you have any more want to say anything else to her.
No.
But you seem to have calmed.
As we're leaving, it's just that's my good deed for the day. Now for more killing. Look around as if so I said that out loud.
Are you going to take any more look at the door now that you're out of it? Out
To have a look at
eye
that
shot?
tab, yeah.
It's a frayed tag. Looks like it's probably been put there by the person who made it, and it says, "Is no fun, is no blinksy,
It's no fun.
is no blinksy."
Oh.
And sorry, I told you the wrong thing. The Burgomaster's house is at the end of the road.
Okay.
Sorry, got confused with a different point. So you guys are here.
Right.
That's the Blood on the Vine.
Yeah.
That's the Mercantile. That's the Burgomaster's.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Do you want to go to the Burgomaster's house?
I think so. We'll go there first and find some sort of accommodation for the night, and then I don't fancy going to a castle with a potential vampire at night. I don't know how anyone else feels.
Do you not?
No,
I'd rather not.
I'd rather not. No. Off to
I-
the Burgomaster's then.
I mean, the invitation was so intriguing.
Yeah, I feel we'll take the invitation up during the day.
Sarcasm check.
After a nice trap to Burgomaster, a good beer and a good meal.
Finally, a plan that makes sense.
Okay, can we have a quick break?